Hey guys, welcome back for another video. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be looking at all of our baseball games we have coming up for Friday, June 27th. This season is flying by. We are almost at the All-Star break this season. It's getting crazy. It's going by quickly. The games are starting to mean a whole lot more. We have 15 games in total today. All 30 teams are going to be playing. We got some good series kicking off. We're going to go over every game, look at the rosters, and try to break down the matchups. Look at the pitching, the hitting, and try to predict the outcome for every single game. Who's going to win, who's going to lose, what the final scores might be. And we'll also be taking an in-depth look at our best bets, the money lines, the spreads, the over-unders. First things first, though, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. If you have any comments that you agree with me, disagree with me, what are your thoughts on these matchups? Make sure to let me know, and I will make sure that I respond to every single comment. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, look down at the pinned comment below. Click on that link. You can sign up there, and I would definitely appreciate that. We're going over every game, every day, every week, this entire baseball season. And once the football season starts, we also do the same thing for college football and the NFL as well. We do predictions and best bets for every game every week. So if you're a sports fan, if you're a baseball fan, a football fan, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. But let's not waste any more time. Let's start looking at these matchups. Our very first one is going to be at 6:40 p.m. We have the 47-34 New York Mets. They were half a game behind the Phillies yesterday. It is a very close division. They'll be facing off first the 32-50 Pittsburgh Pirates. The season got away from Pittsburgh really quickly this year. But one thing that I can say about the Pirates is, yes, their offense is atrocious right now. It's bottom three in baseball. But they actually have a really good pitching staff, a very competitive pitching staff. They usually keep the scores low. They actually have a top 8 overall statistical pitching team. Their pitchers just need some run support, and they can pull off the upset. Right now, the Mets 60.1% chance to win this game. The Pirates a 39.9%. New York is 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. The Mets are minus 165. The Pirates are plus 140 right now. The Mets, they got to get that offense back on track, but at least Juan Soto has woken up the month of June. He's swinging a hot bat. They're battling a lot of pitching injuries right now. They're averaging 4.4 runs a game. 244 average, 107 home runs, 62 steals, giving up 3.24 runs per game. Not the best pitching ERA the last 1 to 2 weeks, but still overall top 3 in baseball. Right now, the Pirates 3.3 runs per game. That is bottom in the major leagues. 228 average, 55 home runs, 72 steals, only giving up 3.87 runs per game. Like I mentioned, just give these guys some pitching support. Mitch Keller going to be on the mound for the Pirates. 1-10 record. Only one win, and he's not even pitching bad. A 4.02 ERA, 94 innings, 73 strikeouts, only 6 home runs in 16 games. And David Peterson on the mound for the Mets. Finished last season leading the major leagues in ERA second half of last season. 5-3 record this year, 2.98 ERA, 90.2 innings, 78 strikeouts, also only 6 home runs in 16 games. Give me the Mets to win this game, to cover the spread, and I'm going to go with the bats waking up. I'm going to go with the over. In our second game at 7:05 p.m., the 33-50 Athletics. This team, one of the worst pitching teams in the Major League, a bottom 3 overall ERA. They do hit a lot of home runs. They always have a slugger's chance. They'll be on the road here versus the 46-34 New York Yankees, first place in the AL East. The Yankees have a top 10 offense. They have a top 6 overall pitching team, and all of that is without Garrett Cole. New York, a 63.8% chance to win this game. The A's, a 36.2%. The Yankees are 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. New York is minus 215. The Athletics are plus 180. New York is heavy favorites here. Such heavy favorites, sometimes it feels like you're getting set up for a potential upset. The A's are averaging 4.2 runs a game. 252 average, 101 home runs. That's top 10. 44 steals, getting a 5.41 runs per game. In New York, they're averaging 5.1 runs a game. That's top 10 in baseball. 255 average, 121 home runs. That is number 2, just behind the LA Dodgers. 57 steals, giving up 3.47 runs per game. That's a top 6 overall pitching staff. Looking at the pitching today, the Yankees don't have their best option on the mound. They have Will Warren going, but the thing is, just give this guy enough run support and he can get you a high-scoring win. 4-4 record, 4.66 ERA. 75.1 innings, 96 strikeouts. He is a strikeout pitcher, and the A's have been known to swing a lot and miss a lot. They have Mitch Spence on the mound, who's not having a bad open into the season. 2-2 record, 3.84 ERA, 58.2 innings, 50 strikeouts, but I do not trust the A's bullpen, as overall they're giving up 5.4 runs a game. You just can't overlook that. The Yankees, Judge not having the hottest June, but still overall 28 home runs, 361 average, 63 RBIs. Give me the Yankees to pull off the win to cover the spread, and I'll go with the over. And then on Apple TV at 7:05 p.m., the 46-35 Tampa Bay Rays. This team has been so hot during the month of June. They got off the very end of the month of May. These bats woke up. They've been hitting for average. They've been hitting for power. They have speed. They have a great starting rotation. They have a great bullpen. This is not the team you want to be playing right now. They'll be on the road versus the 34-46 Baltimore Orioles. Right now, Baltimore, they at least have the bat starting to get hot, starting to hit a lot of home runs. They still have a lot of question marks when it comes to their pitching. Baltimore, 41.8% chance to win this game. Tampa Bay, a 58.2%. The Rays are 1.5 run favorites, 9.5 over under. Tampa Bay is -125. The Orioles are +105. Right now, the Rays are averaging 4.7 runs a game. 257 average, 85 home runs, 104 stolen bases. That does lead the majors. They are very aggressive on the base pass, and they're only giving up 3.54 runs per game. Like I said, a very well-rounded ball club. And for the Orioles, 3.9 runs a game, 236 average, 92 home runs, 55 steals, getting a 4.88 runs per game. But it's actually not a bad pitching matchup. Sagano on the mound for the Orioles, 5-4 record, a 3.55 ERA, 83.2 innings, 50 strikeouts. Not a strikeout pitcher, but overall really good control. Only 17 walks in 16 games. That's just over 1 per game. And Ryan Popo on the mound right now for the Royals. 5-6 record, 3.04 ERA, 94.2 innings, 91 strikeouts. He's definitely the better pitcher here, but it's still a good pitching matchup. But I'm actually going to go with the fresh ears, with the home team pulling off the win. I'm going to go with the +1.5, and I'm going to go with the under here. And it's 7:10 p.m. AL East versus AL East matchup. The 43-37 Toronto Blue Jays. I was very hard on this team the month of April, first half of the month of May. Then the bats woke up. They finally started hitting their home run potential. Those bats are starting to hit the long ball. They'll be facing off versus the 40-42 Boston Red Sox. Fenway, very difficult place to play for the road team. Right now, the Red Sox, 57.6% chance to win this game. The Blue Jays, a 42.4% chance. The Blue Jays are 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. Toronto is -115. Boston is -105. So even Vegas sees this is a very close game. You can make a strong case for either team to pull away with the win. The Blue Jays with their hot offense, 4.4 runs a game. 256 average, 81 home runs, 40 steals, getting a 4.2 runs a game. But don't underestimate the Red Sox offense. It has been extremely consistent this season. 4.6 runs a game, 247 average, 98 home runs, 67 steals, giving a 3.97 runs per game. Brian Bello on the mound for the Red Sox, career about a 4.3 ERA so far this season. Very good start to the season. 3-2 record, a 3.31 ERA, 65.1 innings, 51 strikeouts. And for the Blue Jays, they have Jose Barrios, career 4 ERA, having also a great start to the season. This is a very close pitching matchup. He has a 3-3 record, 3.51 ERA, 95 innings, 81 strikeouts. Really no knocks on either of these guys. They're both pitching well. Whose bullpen is going to close this game out? Give me the Red Sox to win it. I'm going to go with the +1.5, and I'm going to go with the over. And at 7:10 p.m., we're going to have the 38-42 Minnesota Twins versus the 51-31 Detroit Tigers. The Detroit Tigers, one of the hottest teams in baseball right now, leading baseball in wins. They have power. They have batting average. They have top 5 overall pitching. This is also a team you don't want to play at all this season. They win great in April, great in May. They're great in June right now. Right now, Detroit, a 64.9% chance to win this game. The Twins, a 35.1. Twins have been very streaky. They had a bad April, they had a great May, they're off to a bad June, but the talent is there. At some point, they're going to hit rock bottom, they're going to rebound. That will start at some point. Right now, Detroit, 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. The Tigers come into this game, they are -122. Minnesota's +102, but do not underestimate the Twins here. They're averaging 4.2 runs a game. 242 average, 90 home runs, 37 steals. It's been the pitching that's been letting them down this month. They used to be about a 3.6 ERA. Right now it's at 4.22. They got to get that under control. Tigers, they don't really have any weakness. The only knock on the team is they don't steal very many bases, but that has not hindered their offense in any way. They're averaging 5 runs a game. 253 average, 98 home runs, 28 steals, giving up 3.5 runs per game. They have the starting rotation, and they have the bullpen to back it up. But there's some unknowns with this game. We do not have a starter announced as of me making this video for the Twins. I hate going into games a little blind, not knowing all the variables. This could easily turn into a bullpen game for Minnesota, and they haven't had the best bullpen so far this month. And for the Tigers, they have Gibson Long on the mound. 0-0 record, 4.58 ERA, 17.2 innings, 13 strikeouts. But a very small sample size, only 17 innings, and we don't even know who's going to be pitching for Minnesota. So give me Detroit to win this one to cover the spread, and I'll go with the over. And at 7:10 p.m., this is going to be a very close, very competitive game. We have the 44-36 San Diego Padres versus the 42-39 Cincinnati Reds. Right now, the Reds, the fans are loving it. 55.9% chance to win this game. The Padres, a 44.1%, but San Diego, 1.5 run favorites, 9.5 over under. The Padres are minus 145. The Reds are plus 120. One thing about the Reds, their offense has been extremely streaky this entire season, up and down. They had a bad April, great May, bad June, but maybe they're starting to work their way back up. Pitching has been very consistent. Padres, they got to get it. Fernando Tatis Jr. back on track. He's the key to the offense. They have really good pitching. Right now, San Diego, they're averaging 4.2 runs a game, 248 average, 69 home runs, 56 steals, a game of 3.59 runs per game. And for the Reds, with the offense on the upswing, 4.6 runs a game, 247 average, 88 home runs, 64 steals, giving up 3.85 runs per game. Consistent pitching since opening day. For the Reds, Nick Martinez on the mound, 4-8 record, 4.4 ERA, 86 innings, 63 strikeouts, and Dylan Cease on the mound. 4 straight 200 strikeout seasons. He's on pace for about 230 strikeouts right now, but not the best ERA season for him. For his career, 3.83. So far this season, 4.43. So just a little high. 3-6 record, 87.1 innings, 109 strikeouts. Yes, he has 33 walks, walking a lot of guys right now. He's a veteran pitcher. You know he's going to get things on track. Zero reason to worry. But I'm going to go with the Reds pulling off the upside. I think the fans are onto something. Give me the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the under this game. And on Apple TV at 7:10 p.m., the 44-38 St. Louis Cardinals, third place in the NL Central versus the 40-39 Cleveland Guardians, second place in the NL Central. Both of these very deep, very competitive divisions. Right now, the Cardinals a 57.7% chance to win. The Guardians a 42.3% chance. But do not underestimate the Guardians. I will make it clear. Do not make that mistake here. Right now, St. Louis 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. The Cardinals are minus 130. The Guardians are plus 110. St. Louis, a veteran experienced lineup. This is a really good team here. 4.7 runs a game, 255 average, 81 home runs, 44 steals, giving up 3.99 runs per game. The Guardians 3.8 runs a game. They got to get those offensive numbers back up. 231 average, 79 home runs, 62 steals, giving up 3.89 runs per game. And looking at our pitching, Sonny Gray on the mound for the Cardinals, one of the most consistent pitchers in baseball, week in, week out. As long as he's not pitching for the Yankees, he's a very consistent pitcher. Career 3.5 ERA so far of the season, 7-2 record. 3.72 ERA, 84.2 innings, 90 strikeouts, only 17 walks in 16 games. And Luis Ortiz on the mound for the Guardians, 4-8 record, 4.3 ERA, 81.2 innings, 91 strikeouts. Give me St. Louis walking away with the win here, covering the spread, and I'll go with the over. And this is a really good matchup at 7:15 p.m. This is practically a 50-50 pick'em, an NL East versus NL East matchup. The 47-34 Philadelphia Phillies versus the 37-42 Atlanta Braves. The Braves, they got to fight their way back to at least 500 before the All-Star break. They have Strider back. They have Acuna back. Zero excuses right now. The Braves, 52.9% chance to win this game. The Phillies, a 47.1%. The Phillies haven't had the best last week right now, but this is their chance to right the ship. Right now, Atlanta's 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. The Phillies come into this game. They are plus 120. Atlanta, minus 145. The Phillies, on paper, one of the better offensive rosters. They're supposed to be getting Harper back. He should be coming back potentially at some point this weekend into very early next week. They're averaging 4.6 runs a game, 256 average, 83 home runs, 67 steals, giving up 3.84 runs per game. In my personal opinion, I do think Philadelphia has the deepest starting rotation in baseball when they are fully healthy. That's the key. They're not fully healthy right now. And with the Braves, 4.2 runs a game, 244 average, 82 home runs, 42 steals, giving up 3.7 runs per game. Right now for Atlanta, Bryce Elder on the mound, young pitcher, 2-4 record, 4.77 ERA, 66 innings, 55 strikeouts here, 20 walks in 66 innings. Mick Abel on the mound for the Phillies, rookie, young pitcher, very small sample size, 2-1 record, a 3.47 ERA, 23.1 innings, 18 strikeouts, 7 home runs in 23 innings. That is quite a bit here. Him on the road here in Atlanta, it's a tall task to ask. I was leaning Philadelphia, but ultimately, with the rookie in Atlanta, I went with the Braves. The Braves to win this one, but I have them winning it by 1, so Braves win, but the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the over. And then at 7:40 p.m., the 44-37 San Francisco Giants. This team, they don't have the best offense, but they have a really good pitching staff. They'll be facing off first the 26-55 Chicago White Sox. That is an awful record, but do not think because of that they can't pull off an upset here. Very scrappy team, a lot of very close losses. Right now, Chicago 38.6% chance to win this game. San Francisco 61.4. The Giants are 1.5 run favorites. 8.5 over under. San Francisco is minus 175. The White Sox are plus 145. San Francisco 4.2 runs a game, 231 average, 78 home runs, 43 steals, only giving up 3.32 runs per game. That is top 4 in baseball. It's not just the starting rotation. They can start the games, and the bullpen can close it out. Right now, the White Sox, one of the worst offenses in baseball, 3.5 runs a game, 220 average. That is the lowest batting average in baseball, 64 home runs, 56 steals, getting a 4.18 runs per game. But there's a lot of pressure on that pitching staff to keep this score low. Right now for the White Sox, Savali on the mound, 104 record, 5.03 ERA, 34 innings, 25 strikeouts. A over 5 ERA does not instill a lot of confidence. You land a wrap on the mound for the Giants, 5-5 record, 3.67 ERA, 76 innings, 70 strikeouts. Right now, San Francisco third place in the NLS. This is a good series for them to potentially separate themselves, get a good win. Give me the Giants to win this one to cover the spread, but I'm going to go with the under here. In this next game, a very interesting one at 8:05 p.m. The 41-39 Seattle Mariners, second place in the AL West versus the 40-41 Texas Rangers, fourth place in the AL West. Whoever wins this series is potentially going to move up into that second place position within their very same division. Right now, the Rangers a 52.7% chance to win this game. The Mariners a 47.3%. Right now, the Mariners 1.5 run favorites, 7.5 over under. But this is a very equal matchup here. Seattle's minus 110, Texas is minus 110, so Vegas, like I've been saying a couple times, some of these games, the pitching is so good, it is practically a pick-em. It could very well come down to the bullpens. The Mariners, they're averaging 4.6 runs a game. They had a hot April, not the best May, but you see this team really starting to excel right now. The bats are starting to get hot, 4.6 runs a game, 247 average, 105 home runs, 78 steals. They have power, they have speed, giving up 3.95 runs per game. The Rangers on paper, one of the better offensive lineups in baseball, but those bats have been cold the entire season. Seager back, zero excuses right now. They got to swing the bats. They got to get aggressive. They got to steal some bases. They got to hit some home runs. But one thing the Rangers can do, they have a top 4 overall pitching staff. That gives them a shot in any game. Right now, Texas, 3.6 runs a game, 228 average, 80 home runs, 69 steals, a game of 3.25 runs a game. Welcome back, Nathan Eovaldi. It's been a while since we've seen this guy. 4-3 record, 1.56 ERA this season, 69.1 innings, 73 strikeouts. Logan Gilbert on the mound for the Mariners. He is a strikeout pitcher. 2-2 record, 3.12 ERA, 40.1 innings, 60 strikeouts. This is a really good game. He's having a great strikeout season right now. Giving up a couple home runs, but great pitching matchup here. This game's going to come down to potentially 1 or 2 runs. I'm going to go with the Rangers winning a very close one, going with the plus 1.5, and I'm going to go with the under this game. And everyone, we are really blessed to have some really good baseball this weekend. Another first place versus first place team at 8:10 p.m. The 48-33 Chicago Cubs, first place in the NL Central. One of the best offenses in baseball versus the 48-33, the first place in the AL West Houston Astros. The Astros, they were a couple games under 500 after the month of May, and then they just exploded and went off. Now they are 15 games over 500. This is a veteran team. They know how to win the big matchups. Right now, Houston, 46.9% chance to win this game. Chicago, a 53.1. Cubs are 1.5 run favorites. The over-under here is 8.5. The Cubs right now, minus 107. Houston is minus 105. This is an interesting game here, guys. This is a game that can really get crazy because it's going to be decided by the pitching and by situational hitting. The Cubs 5.4 runs a game, 255 average, 118 home runs. It's top 4 in baseball, 96 steals. That's top 3 in baseball, only giving up 3.9 runs a game. Houston 4.2 runs a game, 256 average, 86 home runs, 45 steals. And what has Houston been able to do for the last decade straight? They've had really good starting pitching. This season, they have really good starting pitching. They're going to have Brandon Walter on the mound, second year here, 0-1 record, 3.8 ERA. Small sample size, though, 23.2 innings, 25 strikeouts. And Cade Horton on the mound, rookie on the mound here on the road. Pretty tough. 3-1 record, 3.73 ERA, 41 innings, 31 strikeouts. But with that Cubs offense, anyone can pull off the win, but you also have to trust the pitching from Houston. That's why this is such a fun game to watch. Give me the Cubs to win game 1 on the road here to cover the spread, and I'll go with the over. And as we making this video at 8:10 p.m., we're going to have the 18-63 Colorado Rockies. They are the worst team in baseball, on pace for about 130 to 135 losses this season. Historically bad. Actually not playing the worst month of June, but overall still not playing good baseball. They'll be facing off versus the 45-36 Milwaukee Brewers, one of the hottest teams this month on both sides. Offense, pitching. Right now they have a 77.6% chance to win this game. The Rockies a 22.4%. Right now the Brewers are 2.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. Make sure to check these numbers, guys. I had to dig for these numbers. They very well may change by the time that we get closer to game time. You have Milwaukee here minus 145. Colorado is plus 125. The Rockies, one of the worst offenses in baseball, but they do actually hit a decent amount of home runs. They're averaging 3.6 runs a game, 229 average, 77 home runs, which is actually surprisingly more than the Brewers. 43 steals, getting a 5.54 runs per game. Pretty sure that is the worst in baseball. And for the Brewers, hot team on both sides, 4.7 runs a game, 246 average, 75 home runs, 97 steals, extremely aggressive on the base pass. Small market team, they excel at small ball, and they're only giving up 3.82 runs per game. They have the better bullpen, obviously, here. Right now, no starter announced as of right now for the Rockies. Really doesn't matter who they trot out. They're probably going to get shelled. Jose Quintana on the mound for the Brewers, picked up right where he left off last season with the Mets. Having a great season. Started out the season banged up, but he's hit the ground running. 5-2 record, a 2.98 ERA, 54.1 innings, 36 strikeouts. Give me Quintana and the Brewers to win this game to cover the spread, and I'll go with the over. That over-under, it's probably going to be clicking up by the time we get close to game time. And on MLB Network at 8:10 p.m., the 51-33 Los Angeles Dodgers, first place in the NL West, versus the 38-43 Kansas City Royals, third place in the NL Central. The Royals, a bottom 3 overall offense, but they have a top 5 overall pitching staff. Just give these guys some run support. Right now, KC at home, a 40.1% chance to win this game. LA, a 59.9% chance to win on the road. The Dodgers, 1.5 run favorites, 9.5 over under. The Dodgers are minus 155. The Royals are plus 130. Right now, the Dodgers, the number 1 offense in baseball, 5.7 runs per game, 265 average, 127 home runs. That is number 1, just ahead of the Yankees. 44 steals, getting a 4.24 runs per game, which is not bad considering the fact that they've had 15 plus pitchers on the DL this season. They've been wrecked, but they're finding ways to win runs. And right now, KC, 3.3 runs a game. They obviously got to get that number up. 244 average, 56 home runs. They need power. That is bottom 2 in baseball for team home runs. 62 steals, giving up 3.4 runs per game. And looking at that pitching, Dustin May on the mound for the Dodgers. Career ERA well above his average, is 4.46 right now, 4-5 record. But that number will slowly come down. 78.2 innings, 72 strikeouts. Noah Cameron on the mound right now for the Royals. No one's talking about this guy's start to the season, but he has been elite. 2-3 record, a 2.08 ERA, 47.2 innings, 34 strikeouts, but I don't trust the run support there. It's just not enough. Give me the Dodgers to win this one to cover the spread, but I'm going to go with the under. And at 9:38 p.m., we have the 33-48 Washington Nationals visiting the 40-40 Los Angeles Angels. The Angels hit a buttload of home runs, top 4 in total home runs. The Angels right now 62% chance to win this game. Washington a 38% chance. The Angels are 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. LA minus 165. Washington is plus 140. Right now, offense is not the issue for the Nationals. They just need a little bit better pitching. They're averaging 4.2 runs a game. 241 average, 83 home runs. That's not bad. 68 steals. That's not bad. Giving up 4.95 runs per game. And for the Angels, 4.2 runs a game, 227 average. They have an awful batting average. Seems like every hit they get, though, is a home run. 118 home runs, 37 steals, giving up 4.49 runs per game, which is actually really high. But last month, it was around 5.2. So that number has been coming down. Props to the Angels for that. For the Nationals, Jake Irvin on the mound, 6-3 record. 4.18 ERA, 94.2 innings, 66 strikeouts, and Jose Soriano on the mound for the Angels. He's been consistent this whole season, one of their anchors, 5-5 record, 3.39 ERA, 93 innings, 80 strikeouts. Give me the Angels to win this game to cover the spread, and I'm going to go with the over. And our final game of the night at 9:40 p.m., the 34-45 Miami Marlins versus the 41-39 Arizona Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks, one of the best offenses in baseball. Pitching is a little questionable, but at least they can outscore you. Right now, Arizona 68% chance to win this game. Miami a 32% chance. The Diamondbacks are 1.5 run favorites, 8.5 over under. Arizona minus 175. Miami's plus 145. The Marlins, the issues don't center around the offense. it's the pitching, especially the bullpen. If they have the lead, sometimes they've been known to blow it. They're averaging 4.1 runs per game, 253 average, 66 home runs, 60 stolen bases, giving a 4.85 runs per game. And for the Diamondbacks, they have a buttload of power. They can home run power, club their way to victory, 5.2 runs a game, 255 batting average, 115 home runs, 60 steals, and giving a 4.73 runs per game. Yes, that's not great. They are fourth place in the NL West, and they're 2 games over 500. That just lets you know how deep and how competitive that division is right now. Looking at the pitching for this game, you have Perez on the mound for the Marlins, 0-2 record. 6.17 ERA, 11.2 innings, 11 strikeouts, 12 hits, 7 walks, 0 home runs, but it's only 11 innings, so we're kind of going into this matchup a little blind. We don't know much about his arm just yet. Merrill Kelly on the mound right now for the Diamondbacks. His career ERA, 3.7, having a great season right now. One of their aces, 7-3 record, 3.39 ERA, 93 innings, 93 strikeouts, only 10 home runs given up in 16 games. That's the type of numbers that I want to see here. And Arizona, very difficult place to play for the road team. Give me the Diamondbacks to win this game to cover the spread, and I'm going to go with the over here. Guys, that's our breakdown. That's our predictions and best bets for all of our baseball games we have coming up for Friday, June 27th. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. If you have any comments, do you agree with me, disagree with me? What are your thoughts on these games? Drop it below, and I will respond to every comment. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, look down at the pinned comment below. Click on that. You can sign up there, and I would appreciate it. And, of course, thank you for watching.